What's up, YouTube? It's CJ here, bringing you another episode of my Walkind Dead review. And boy, is it gonna be a good one. But first, as always, there are spoilers. If you haven't seen this week's episode, I highly recommend you go and check it out first before you watch my video. But then I highly recommend you come watch my video. And I also have to apologize for the lack of videos up this weekend. I have been playing Call of Duty World War II basically non-stop since Thursday night. So, pardon me. So, I didn't really get around to making videos. I apologize for that. I actually will have a review discussion hopefully tomorrow about World War II. I'm gonna get my friend over and we're gonna sit down and discuss the game. So be looking forward to that tomorrow. Hopefully. It depends on his schedule. But let's get back into it. Or let's get into it. See, episode 3, Monsters. I don't know where to start. It was such a great episode. See, this is what I was hoping for this season. The first episode, it sucked. I'm just gonna be honest, it sucked. But the second, it was so disappointing. But the second episode, it was good. It was better than first, but I don't know. Still not as good as it could be. But this episode, this one was golden. It was by far one of my favorite episodes there have ever been. And I've seen all of them. I keep hitting that dang mic. I have to learn how to talk with my hands. But that's episode 1. Okay. I guess I'll just start with what happened at the beginning of the episode. I thought it was really funny how the kingdom pretended to be surrendering and they ambushed the saviors to kill them. I thought that was funny because that's what Tara, the last episode, thought the saviors were going to do to them, basically. So I just think it's funny that they thought their enemies were going to be really crappy like that, and yet their allies were actually crappy like that. Though, it was a smart plan, so I give that to them, but I just thought that was interesting. Speaking of Tara, I really hate her. I will try my best not to talk about her after this episode, because I hate her. She's such a... words that I shouldn't say. I'll just put it that way. And it's hilarious that she acts a lot like the saviors, or at least the way she thinks the saviors act. That scene where she's just pointing the gun at one of the hostages and it's like, she's just... Anyways, hopefully she dies. I guess that's pretty bad to say about somebody, hoping they want that they die, but I hope she dies. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. What's my plan? Yeah, that was actually, I'll just go ahead and start that. This is very controversial of a topic, at least between me and my friends and my family, because they don't really see it this way. But I don't think the saviors are the bad guys. Yes, Negan and several of his lieutenants and several of the people aren't good people. They do bad things, but that doesn't make them the bad guys. Most of them do what they have to do to survive. Some of them do more than they have to do, like that long-haired douche that killed the kid. That was going too far. And also, I was hoping Morgan would kill him, but you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, then you might find you'll get what you need. This is, anyways. But I don't think of them as the bad guys. I think if we would have followed Negan from the very beginning instead of Rick, we get to this season and we think that Rick's group is monsters. I mean, Morales, I think that's his name, Morales. Pretty sure it's the same as Miles Morales. Yeah, I think Morales. Anyways, he called Rick a monster. Because to him and his people, Rick and their people are monsters. They are the enemies. They are the bad guys. They showed up. They killed a crap ton of their people. Then the Sabres retaliated, put them in order, and now they have gathered everybody to rebel against them. So of course Rick and everybody seems like the bad guys to them. And if we followed Negan and his group from the beginning, we would think the same thing. But we followed Rick and his group, so to us, Rick is the good guy, Negan is the bad guy. It's all about perspective. And that's something that I can't... what's the word? Not convince... Converge... Explain... It's not... I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but it's not something that I can make my friends and family understand. But that's my opinion. You might not like it. You probably don't like it. But it is what it is. I like how you can see Rick starting to become more human again. Like, beginning of the season, the last season, he's just been a bit heartless, and now he's starting to realize that the people they're killing are still people. Daryl, on the other hand, don't give a crap. I can understand him killing the dude that was holding Rick, hostage, but he didn't have to kill the dude who was surrendered. That was wrong. That's wrong. I agree with Jesus. It sounds weird to say, at least when you're talking about a character in a show. But I agree with him. You don't need to execute people. That loses your humanity. Something I have always said about zombie apocalypse is you do what you have to do to survive, except lose your humanity. And it's wrong to execute somebody who's given up. I mean, that's all you're doing is executing. If they shoot, then you shoot, that's fine. But they're sitting there, hands in the air, waving them like they just don't care. Okay, that was lame. Anyways, if they're just sitting there defenseless and you kill them, that's wrong. Plain and simple. I did not like that at all. Though personally, I don't like Daryl. I know. But I don't. I just don't. Crossbow and Zombie Apocalypse is just idiotic. It just is. It's just... I'm going to change the topic before everybody tries to kill me. Alright, just so people take it too far. But, yeah, so has Rick. They do take it too far sometimes. But Rick has too. Especially... one scene that really stands out to me, it's in the comics, it's in the after the war. They I don't want to get into too much stuff, so anyways, they have a path to the hilltop from Alexandria and have guards keeping the path safe from keeping walkers off of it. And one of the guards is slacking off, so walkers make it through and attack Rick and Carl as they're going to Hilltop, which was really no big deal to them. And then the guard shows up, and Rick beats him with a cane because he wasn't doing his job. That was taking things too far. That was something Negan would have done. It is. So that's one thing that stands out to me more than anything in the comics about Rick. Especially about who he becomes after the war. But we all take it too far sometimes. Negan has, his people has, Rick has, Rick's people has. It's not... most people aren't bad people just do bad things. Now, some people, especially, the governor, and the governor was so downplayed in the show, and he still was a pretty bad person. But in the comics, the governor, he was a bad person. He was a monster. He deserved to be killed. Plain and simple. So does Gregory. I just don't like Gregory. He's a piece of crap. A slime ball, a weasel, just... Even in the comics. I think, yeah, they did finally kill him in the comics, I'm pretty sure. I hope they did. Don't remember exactly, but I just... Anyways, there's so many people I hate in this show. I want them to die. It feels like Game of Thrones. They kill the people you love and keep the people you hate alive. Seriously, if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, that. The most hated character in my entire life. I hate him so much that I kind of want his actor to die. I know that's harsh, and it's just acting, but that's how much I hate the character. He lives for 4 freaking seasons before he finally dies. 4! That's annoying. I'm just sitting there like, die, 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 die. He almost dies a few times. I'm like, die, aw, die, aw, die, aw. Finally he dies, and I celebrate. I literally celebrate. And don't think ever in my life I have celebrated somebody dying, even if I didn't like them. But that time I did. I about threw a party. Anyways, I'm off subject. Game of Thrones is actually pretty good, though, if you haven't watched it. Morales thinks Rick is a monster. I thought it was cool that Eric was able to have a sense of humor in death. That sucks for Aaron. I couldn't imagine losing somebody you love. Especially... I hit the mic again. Especially, basically right in front of you. That was heartbreaking. That was really, really tough. I wanted to point out the fact that even the Saviors have people that they love and are losing too. Really hate Tara. She acts like Saviors. Oh yeah, was the long-haired dude the guy that killed the kid? Didn't have alert on. He was the guy that killed the kid. Because he mentions the kid. I don't like that dude. That dude's a bad person. He deserves to die. The Trevor-looking dude, like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5, which I'm actually pretty sure he's the voice actor for Trevor. That dude, he deserves to die. I don't know, maybe just because he looks like Trevor and I didn't like Trevor. But, anyways. Get the kid. Kingdom. I agree with Jesus. I always agree with Jesus. I do enjoy the fact that they're showing both sides of the story. Somewhat. They're showing that the Saviors are still human. The way that Morales talked about how Rick was a monster, how he had family, how the Saviors rescued him. Showed Gracie's dad and that they have a baby. It shows that they're just not monsters and horrible, evil people. They are humans and they have a story. They have life. They have love. They're humans. So I like that they're showing that they are humans, which is something the comics didn't really do at all, I believe. So I really like that. That's why I really like this episode. It was a very emotional and good episode, and I like that a lot. So Morales, finally found out that Morales was part of the Lenta group, I think. Not positive, but it sounds like it. I don't remember him. I don't know why he wasn't with Rick's group. I just don't know. I don't remember him at all. That was 8 years ago. Which actually I didn't watch Walkind Dead till season 3, so 5 years ago. But then again, I don't remember what I ate 2 nights ago. Maybe Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell. I do remember. But anyways. I love that quote right there. There's war, and then there's peace. I love that. When Jesus was trying to convince Morgan not to kill everybody and go crazy, which he did. He was trying to convince him by saying that there was war, and then there's peace after war. You don't have to always be the person you are when you're in war. I like that. I like that he's like, we have to live with these people after this war. And that's true. I mean, you can't just slaughter all of them. That's just genocide, in a way. Actually, I guess that would be basically genocide. I think genocide is like killing off an entire race, while saviors are just a group of the people from a bunch of different races. And y'all know what I mean. But you do have to live with the people. You're going to have to trade with them. You're going to have to deal with them. So just because they're following a guy that wants war, though technically Negan don't want war, he just wanted to pay up protection money. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, war was coming. How could you not see it when you're somebody like that in that position? I mean, he could have worked with everybody and done what Rick eventually ends up doing, but he didn't. Anyways, you're gonna have to live with those people. You're gonna have to deal with them. You're gonna have to trade with them, and so yeah, I just agree with Jesus. You couldn't slaughter them all. It was wrong. You named them. That's why Negan didn't go around killing everybody when he first met people. He needed them. You need other people. You need other people. As simple as that. Somebody out there somewhere is going to have something, some skill, just something that you need. And if you kill them, you can't have it. Whereas if you get friends with them, trade with them, then you can have it. It's smarter. It is. He was the guy that killed. I love the rolling zombies. Watching that was just hilarious. Watching them go down the hill and tumble and just roll. That was so funny. And I thought it was a pretty smart man stopping his group from running. Dude's like, make a break for it. And the other guy's just like, trip. Nope, they have guns. We ain't running. They have guns. We know how to run bullets. That was smart. Smart man. Use your brain. You hear that, children? Use your brain. I love the infinite pistol ammo, but it looks like they didn't necessarily have infinite pistol ammo. It's, they might have shot a few extra times than they actually would have, especially the gun Daryl was using. It looked like, 8 bullets maximum. He probably shot more than 8 times on camera. Stuff like that kind of irks me a little bit. Just because, I don't know. It just irks me. Pet peeve, I guess. But they did actually run out of ammo, so I can't really complain all that much. See, I have the part where Morgan went crazy. He finally went crazy. I'm trying to remember in the comics, he wasn't, in the show, he was sane, cuckoo, somewhat sane. Now it looks like he's going cuckoo again. Whereas in the comics, I think he was just cuckoo, 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 basically. I don't think he was ever. I think he was somewhat sane throughout a good part of the comics, but I don't think he wasn't always. He was ever all there. So it's interesting seeing how Morgan's gonna turn out. And that's why he didn't want to kill my friend. Absolutely hates Morgan because of his philosophy of not killing other people. But I understand why Morgan didn't kill. If he killed, then he becomes his old self again. The crazy dude who just went around killing random people for the fun of it. which I'm pretty sure he did on camera a couple times. But my friend could understand that, and I understood it. I mean, sometimes, my opinion is sometimes you have to kill. I mean, that just happens. Even if it ain't the zombie apocalypse, in real life, sometimes you might have to kill somebody. When somebody broke into my house was gonna harm my family, I don't want to. I hope I wouldn't, but if I had to, I would take them down. I mean, that's just, sometimes you have to. I hope it never happens, but anyways, I understand why my friends don't like him, but I also understood why Morgan didn't want to kill people, and definitely understand why he didn't want to now. But I thought that was interesting that they brought back him going crazy. I'm still curious if Carol's gonna go crazy and hug a zombie, but be interesting. Well, that's a good question. Sorry, I just said that I had a good question about myself. Anyways, would the fire extinguisher have done that? See, video games make me believe that when you shoot a fire extinguisher, it blows up. And it is a lot of compressed air, chemicals and stuff, so I don't know if it would have done that. I'm really curious about that. If y'all know, feel free to leave a comment, let me know. At least give me like a link to somewhere that says something. I probably could Google it and figure it out in like 5 minutes, but I'm curious though. I'm not right, but that doesn't make me wrong. Those words are so true. Just because you're wrong, alright, just because you're not right doesn't make you wrong. That's as simple as this world gets. It's not black and white. This world is gray. Some things that are right still are wrong. Some things that are wrong are still right. Some people who are right are wrong. Some people who are wrong are right. I mean, it's a gray, mixed up world. And I love that saying. 2 sayings I've gotten from this episode. There's war, then there's peace after war. And though I'm not right, but that doesn't make me wrong. I love that. Then right underneath that, I've killed Gregory. Kill him. Just shoot him. Shoot him. Save everybody the trouble and shoot him. I feel bad for Aaron. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was emotional. That sucked. Like I said last episode, I don't really remember Aaron being a big character in the comics. He's not that big of a character in the show. I mean, somewhat. A bigger character in the show than what I remember him being in the comics. Eric, not really a big character in the show or the comics, so I'm not really sad that he's gone, because I didn't really know him or care about him. But I am sad for Aaron. That was a really sad scene, and it was just touching, you know? A man's word has got to mean something. This episode that has so many good sayings. And that's true. If you say something, you should do everything in your power to make it happen. If you're going to be somewhere, you should be there. If you're going to do something, you should do it. But most people don't nowadays. Most people, a word means nothing at all. And I hope Rick says something to Daryl about killing the dude. I hope he's like, I said that he was gonna live. You shouldn't have done that. I was hoping he would. But at the very least Rick wasn't the one that killed him. And it makes me think, who are the actual bad guys? I mean, Rick said that he could let the man live if he surrendered, and they still killed him. That's pretty bad. Is that something that Nathan would have done? Wasn't he gonna let the man live? And it's really just, it's just whatever point of view you're on. In every war, every fight, every battle, everybody thinks their opponent is the bad guys. It's just as simple as that. Even, I've been playing World War II, World War II. Even Hitler, the world, despises him, sees him as an evil monster. And I don't disagree with the world, but to him, he was doing what was right. He was the good guy while everybody else was the bad guy. It's always your point of view that decides who's the bad guy and who's the good guys. And the winners write history. So whether or not you're right or wrong doesn't really matter. What actually ends up mattering in the end is who wins. And that's unfortunate, but that's how the world is. But anyways, that was my thoughts and opinions about this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more episodes. Hopefully check out an episode discussing World War II with my friend. And I'll catch you next time.